with maybe I should have updated the title to reflect our lovely guests, Monsieur Jacques Renard and Herr Papu 91.
Underscore 91.
You know,
Yes.
hooray! And
Now you can do
doing
all that stuff from the phone too, huh?
what's
Pretty
that?
great.
I can hear you
Now
very badly, Afonso.
you can do all that stuff from the phone now. You don't even have to be on OBS.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, well, maybe I'll look at that at some point. And that's Papu. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna update without restarting the stream or not, but the archived version will have the updated title. Yes, so continuing our streak of Halloween streams. Here we are again with another game, Vampyr, on the Switch, which is probably not the best platform to showcase this game, but that's the one I have. I did finish this game when it came out for this platform. Yeah, last save 2023 because I went to revisit to see if I could do anything else, but no, it's very straightforward. I'm locked into the ending on this save. And this game uses autosaves. There is no manual saves in this game. It's all autosaves, whatever actions you've
Face the
done.
consequences of your choices.
That was the philosophy behind the design of this game. And this game has many delicious potentials. And as far as it goes to vampire fantasies, I think this is probably one of the top ones for sure. Unfortunately, it has also many shortcomings, which we will be seeing.
Okay.
All right, so at the
Damn,
start of
this
the
loading
game,
time's intense, man.
yeah. Have you guys played this game by any chance or tried
About
it
two
out?
No,
hours.
stream.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do normal modes just for this showcase. So the stream, uh, thinking maybe 40 minutes or 1 hour, just doing the beginning of the game until they open up the quote unquote open world. But we'll discuss that once we reach that point. But yeah, this is set at maybe at the cusp, at the end of the First World War, at the time where the pandemic of influenza. Okay, he's gonna explain, I think. No, yeah, this omen prophecy is only going to make sense much later into the game.
Well, that's the nature of prophecies, isn't it?
Yeah.
It only makes sense when they happen.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, so that's what it meant.
Yeah. Is the game loud enough? You guys can hear all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right for me.
Cool.
Of course they did.
Mhm.
Oh. Ah. Somebody has a lot of questions. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yep.
Oh, really?
What is
Oh.
life but death pending? Yes, so right from the get go, this game hits you with yes, we're going very. The prose level in this game is pretty sweet. It's very enjoyable. Yeah. Doesn't Detroit Become Human, one of the characters also wake up in some sort of...
Yeah, at some point, Marcus wakes up in
Marcus, right? Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
landfill of cyborgs.
Exactly. In this case, your protagonist wakes up in yeah, pretty much a hole of corpses.
Sure.
Uh,
London.
and this is the time of the last global pandemic we had 100 years ago, the influenza, the Spanish flu, whatever name you
So
want to
we're
give
talking
it.
end of First World War.
Genau, genau.
Okay.
And it was, for me, kind of cathartic playing this game because I think I played this game in the second half of 2020. We were still all like in confinement and stuff like that. So it was
Wing.
a weird playthrough to do. But yeah, you wake up, you can assume that you were dead and now are coming back to life. Everything is black and white except for the color red.
Everybody knows from Interview with a Vampire, this is how the awakening for vampires happens.
I was trying to find that movie on streaming services, but did not find. Is it on Netflix by any chance?
I think it might be on Prime, actually.
On Prime, it is most likely.
Hmm. Okay, someone.
Or you can rent it.
Oh.
I'm gonna pause it
Oh.
here just because I'm gonna take care of this comment on the chat.
Oh.
I do not appreciate Bullschlasser.
Oh. Oh. Mighty words.
How the fuck do I not pin this message? Why do they change? I'm just gonna clear chat. Did the chat clear? Hopefully it cleared the chat. In the meantime, if you guys want to say something, talk about something, feel free.
I'm getting my food.
You're getting
Jesus.
your food.
So what's new in Afonso's world? I'm getting my food. Oh no, wait, my smoothie's coming in 20 minutes, but my food is here now.
Okay, I dealt with whatever that comment was, and we're back because I actually stopped in a very important part of the story. But yes, through the visual storytelling, we can all understand what is happening. Main character is feeling the hunger for blood and pretty much gives into it. And I really, really like the soundtrack of this game. It's like this eerie, supernatural horror vibe.
Mary! No. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on.
Nothing like starting a game by killing your sibling.
Right?
Hey. It's the dream.
Yeah, right from the get-go, you are the tragic protagonist.
Oh,
I don't
man.
want to...
Food is cold.
Hmm.
It's explain.
Oh shit. Now it's time to run. Time for some tutorial for the game.
These patrols are after me.
We will be able to revisit, oh shit, this area at a later time, but not for now.
Is backtracking a thing in this game, or just on a couple of occasions?
Yes, so I can reveal already now. So you start here, South work, and the game is a bit of an open world, but think of it a more open box as opposed to open world. And it borrows some design from level design from Metroidvania, as in the sense that you will be able to unlock like full traversal capabilities around the whole area or playable area of London as you progress with the story and so on and so on. But yeah, so you start off in Southwark and then move on, and we'll see.
This can't be happening.
So we got people chasing us,
No, please. Stop.
calling us vermin and beast.
We are no vermin.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about? Has it fled?
Okay, we got a machete now.
Now, I can defend myself. Kill that thing!
Uh-oh.
Who are you?
So yeah, the combat is pretty simple.
Stay back!
Lock on, da. You got a dodge button as well, and
This is very
attack.
mid
You left me no
Xbox 360 life cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't remember who the publisher or the developer is, but I believe it was a very small studio who did this. I don't know if this was their first big game
stupid beast!
or something like that.
Will there be a second one, or will they be
I
making
think
another game?
they're working on a second one, yeah. Last I heard from them.
And the second one will be called Loup-garou.
Watch out!
Naughty-lou.
Boom, 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 boom. I've got a cello. Boom, boom,
Right?
boom, boom.
But that is pretty much the
Cello.
soundtrack. I love it. It's either eerie
Who are you? Watch it!
a cappella or strong cello. I got a cello. Yeah. Oh shit.
I got a cello. Boom,
What do you want?
Okay, so the beginning is really bare bones. It doesn't really like show you what the combat can actually achieve. But I guess like any tutorials.
I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Listen to me.
Oh, die! Listen to me.
Beast, who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Lawrence, could you take the mouse icon out of the screen? It's bothering me.
The mouse.
I just
oh.
noticed that.
Thank
I
you.
did. I did not know that it would come through.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
By the way, I used to leave it on purpose for my students during class, just to
Mhm.
piss them off. You know,
That's nice of you.
like it's my turn now. You know.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Over there, right now. One of them. Let me go.
It's one of them vermin, innit? Innit, bro? Alright.
I need to find shelter.
Okay, so all of these are locked. We can only go through here for now.
Is
Trying
anybody
to
there?
find a hiding spot.
What is this place?
And so, like, Yeah?
One.
What was that?
This seems
I'm saying this could be a scene from Red Dead
safe
1,
enough.
Yeah, I
Red Dead
guess.
Redemption. You know, like
It's reminiscent of that. For me, the rest of the game kind of reminds me a little bit of the exploration as well you do in Dishonored, for example. Right? You'll find
Mhm.
here
Yeah, yeah, I
stuff,
can see that.
shielding. So like it's a third person Dishonored pretty much. Like you do this and you find collectibles and you can learn more about the world building, which I really do recommend if you like this type of narrative driven RPG. Um, it's the world that they've created here in this game is pretty interesting as far as fictional vampire stories go. And what else do we have?
Uh,
There's some
uh,
things
I
over
got a
here.
cello.
And you'll see we are also collecting like a bottle of alcohols and stuff like that because there's a crafting system involved, which I can talk a little more about later.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. What you fancy at the shadow takings? I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Is it? Is it though? Is it really?
Here we go. Is it really?
Is it really impossible, or is it just rather unbelievable?
Good distinction
Different
there.
things.
Yes.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh,
Yep, I have no idea if in other platforms you can either see the reflection of
Yeah,
your
I was
character
gonna
module or
say.
not, but on the Switch, it looks just weird.
No, but what I was gonna say is like,
Who goes there?
he's not supposed to see his own reflection. He's a vampire.
Also, that, yeah.
mm.
Inconsistency.
Who's there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you referring to me? No,
Also, maybe he's not that kind of vampire.
I still have so much to
Hmm?
accomplish.
What do you mean?
What if in this game it follows the laws of physics?
I still have so
Um,
much
Could be.
he's doing.
the laws of
Uh,
physics, sure, yes, somewhat.
Yeah, as if they weren't thrown out the window the moment he came back to life and shit. Sure, bro. Okay.
No, that's biology is different.
Okay.
Well,
Fine.
actually, it does a very similar thing to what Guillermo del Toro tried to do with The Strain. I recently rewatched the Strain, the series, where they tried to make a very clever blend of the fairy tale origins of the vampire and the biological approach of trying to explain
This one's lost.
the
We need to leave.
unexplainable.
There's time.
Scientific explanations.
Because this shows you that your main character also has a background as a doctor, a surgeon, a blood transfusion surgeon at that, and he fought during the so-called Great War, right? And once he
Not
came
so
back to
great.
London, yeah,
No,
things
it
changed.
never got easy.
So now we got a revolver as well, with one bullet.
Do you turn, or do you always like you don't turn into a vampire, but you're always a vampire here?
You're always a vampire here, yeah.
Always a vampire. And then depending on your symptoms, things go better or worse. You get more powers, less powers. How does that work?
Actually, we're gonna go through that.
None of this.
I don't know if it's gonna be right here or the next time we rest. The way the level up and the abilities work is every time you rest, you can spend your XP to develop further your abilities. Yeah. And it's a
But not like
very
Skyrim.
huh? No, it's not like
Not like
Skyrim at
Skyrim.
all. No, no, no. It's a lot more clever. It has like a similar. Actually, we're gonna go through it in the next section of the story, so you'll see that.
Rational thinking only.
But yeah,
The
understandably,
surgeons only for the test. Okay.
where would you have pointed in the head instead?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, makes sense. But this is
If you want
just
to kill yourself. If you don't, just the
for the
pinky. You
drama.
know, don't need to go crazy,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
If you want to check regeneration, you know, no need to go for the organs. You know, go for something small first
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
work your
but
way
he's
up.
heartbroken because he killed his sister, and
Yeah, so there's no heart left to shoot. So what are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah, cold, cold, son.
now he's cursed, and he really needs to feed.
mm-hmm.
Are you weak to I mean, yeah, silver, garlic, and things like that, or not really?
I don't remember garlic, but silver, fire, sunlight.
Iron.
Steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yes, especially if they're well cooked.
I mean, I do love the fact that it's
The
like, oh
wooden
yeah,
stakes
vampires are weak to steaks. It's like, dude,
and
who
running
isn't?
water and so
If you
on.
fucking anybody would die with a fucking stick through their fucking heart. I mean, come on, bro.
Oh, in that sense, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So, okay, so this is the progression of the game, and this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I really like about the progression of the game. Every ability has two alternatives starting at some point, usually at
Nice.
level 3 of that ability, which means your character needs to be level 12, it seems, level 12 required.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it changes a lot the gameplay. My recommendation for the aggressive is Shadow Mist. Blood Spear is nice. It's like throwing knives with your blood, and Claws is nice if you are a very aggressive style of play, melee range. But the reason why I recommend Shadow Mist, it's because it's an area of effect, 2 meters, and it's when I play these type of RPGs, I always try to have like also abilities that I cannot have the same effect with other stuff. So the reason why I don't take claws is because I have machetes, knives, swords, hammers, and stuff like that. The reason why I don't take blood spears is because I can have revolvers, blunderbusses, and stuff like that. And meaning that, in that sense, Shadow Mist for me is the most logical choice. And we still have 110 XP. But we need at least 300 for these passives. Alright. So some of your abilities will require blood. You have 3 bars, like blood, health, and stamina. And as a vampire, once you... It's kind of similar to the combat mechanic in Sekiro, right? When you break the poise of your adversary, you can do like some sort of death blow. Here is the same, but with your bite, and you can increase passives, as in the regeneration of healing or the damage of your bite, the blood capacity that you have, or the blood that you're able to absorb with your bite. There's different ways to, yeah, you have the same abilities as everyone else who plays this game, but you can basically change how effective they are, right?
Voice in my head.
All right, mission updates. So you can track quests and stuff. Let me see if there's anything else we can see. And this is something I wanted to mention in a couple of minutes after, but yeah, let's do that. Okay.
It must belong to the
Those are the members of the cult.
More or less, really, no.
Cultist.
No. Each district
Invalid.
has like NPCs, right? And each district of London has some sort of pillar NPC, as in the NPC that influences the most the dynamic of that ecosystem of that borough of London. You can see this is all interrogation marks or question marks because we don't know what it is, but you can see that there is a health status of each district. And this is something we're going to see in a bit as well, is because our character is gonna try to disguise as a human, is gonna use
what I have
the fact that he is a doctor to yeah, to continue the story that comes into play as well. The fact that he is a doctor, and you can try to cure the citizens of London, basically. Because if the health status of a district goes very bad, it's kind of similar to what Dishonored did with the rats. You remember that? That some if the situation was really bad in the districts of Dishonored, or if you left a lot of corpses around. What was the city again called in Dishonored? Cornwall or something like that?
I don't know.
Cornwall?
Yeah, that would
Oh.
influence basically how bad the infestation was, and it's similar here. Okay, we got everything we need.
I'm
So
still
let's move on. That was a lot of
I must reach
talk.
the West End. Go back up.
Oh, didn't see you there. So yeah, so this is what I was saying before. You have weapons that do damage, weapons that do stun. And when you do the stun, now you can do the bite, right? When their poise is broken. And you can get health.
So you're curing that guy one smoochie at a time? Just a hickey for every cure? Or
And you can see that my blood meter is going up as well every time I feed on the guy. Not only do I gain health as well, but I get blood. Okay, I'm gonna just kill the guy.
Never knew I had.
And this is the power, which is pretty useful. It's distant based, it's got a good range.
yeah, you love playing like that. Using magic and stuff.
Oh yeah, the spell sword type of archetype is really my jam for sure. Oh, a machete is not far-reaching as I thought.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Oh, there's another one. Okay. As you can see, the combat is pretty simple. From the get-go, it has a bit of a difficulty curve later on the game. And that's where the problem of XP comes into place, because killing enemies is not the best way to earn XP. You can actually feed on the citizens of London as well. But similar to what I mentioned in the Dishonored game, the more you feed, in other words, killing citizens of London, the worse the situation is going to get. So you trade in XP and character progression with
If only I had control.
the situation of the Londoners.
Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. The dizziness from the jump. I can.
And this is the other thing. This is one of the first
What?
of many shortcomings. It's the loadings. Some of the loadings are
Random loading times?
very shocking, and some of them are very long. For example, when you are on open areas and you are sprinting and then you decide to talk to an NPC, you can, okay, who is scratching and doing whatever? Can you either mute your mic
Me?
or...
I'm what?
Okay.
I'm lying still. Which means the culprit
What will London have to
is
say?
none other.
It wasn't me.
Ah?
It wasn't me. Shut up.
So many unanswered.
Did you hear it though?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, so it was you.
Sorry if I had to move.
Yeah.
Do not move. Control yourself.
A corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Well, yes.
Hmm.
As they are nowadays. All the corpses walking around to their jobs.
Oh shit, this is taking longer than I thought it would. We're already at 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna speed up the progression then.
Man has been drained of all blood. Still smell the scent of it.
Delightful.
Okay, so starting from here, the game opens up a little bit and we can explore London a little bit better, but I'm just gonna beeline so we can get to the point that I actually wanted to end this stream. But yeah, you can use your senses like Batman Detective Vision and whatnot.
So strong.
Is the weather always like this, or does time actually pass?
Time passes.
But the weather is always like this because
The
it's
weather
London.
is always like this. It's
Fucking
London and
London.
nighttime. And
It doesn't matter.
time only
daytime,
passes if you rest on a bed from one of your safe houses. So you can unlock different safe houses in London, and you can craft stuff as well. Especially medicine is very important, which we will see later. So I'm going to skip this.
Right, but does the light change? Does the sky change?
No.
Do people show up?
Not in that sense. But for example, now we are in one of the districts of London, which is basically the docking areas, and we can
There's
interact
nobody.
with. Yes, there is. It's more pandemic, so it's like a lot of people try to avoid walking in the streets, and you'll find a lot of piles of dead bodies and stuff like that. But also, this is the tutorial, so this area specifically is not behaving dynamically as it will
Right.
once the game opens up.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest.
I'm gonna skip some of the things, but as you can see, like dialogue, very like similar to like Mass Effect, stuff like that. Sometimes even like these things that seem just like not important also add to your quest log. So if you really want to explore everything like any other RPG with dialogue, just like explore all their avenues. But also think about it, because this game has autosave, so if you end up saying something that the NPC doesn't like, you might be locked out of a quest forever and have to restart the game if you want
There's a knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake.
to do that quest.
Yes. No funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Confront the man on the second floor. Yes, we shall do that.
This is no place for you. Freewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent
until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require them.
I think someone's eavesdropping.
Do you, sir? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm. Saith the
Really?
vampire.
The power of Christ compels you?
The way they explain it is
A word.
it is whatever you feared the most on your past life. So some vampires that were not uh, believers of Christian faith, the crucifix has no effect on them.
Well, that's something
But
I can do for you.
the idea is that whatever you feared the most in your life is gonna affect you the most as a vampire as well.
Okay.
So fearing the wrath of God, I guess, in that context.
And who might you be?
Even if God doesn't exist. Who might I be? You first. I don't know. I won't tell. You first.
Tell me. Who are you? First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you. That's none of your concern. Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me. Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them. The calling card of a vampire.
You've been molested?
Like you. You seem the expert.
Que
Who
molesto.
would that be?
On the hotel
Have yours.
room door
Then if you
where I
are not a
was,
vampire,
there was
Mhm.
no moleste. And the don't disturb sign, no moleste.
Oh,
I'm performing
No
a
moleste, por favor, no moleste.
in an
Por
attempt to
favor, no me
understand
moleste.
what is going on. Then help
So
me
there's a
find the
disturbance
culprit.
in the force.
I may.
mm-hmm.
If you'll first tell me what
So you
you
encounter the
saw.
first
Follow
cast
the trail.
member
The
of
scent
your
of
future
blood
circle.
innocent victim. It lingers.
Clearly, he is knowledgeable about vampires and the danger that lurks beneath the pandemic.
We're both chasing the same shadow.
Sure. And while you are dialoguing with important NPCs, you can always like press for details in case you have clues. And this is something I mentioned before. You can really kill all NPCs in this game, including important quest NPCs. And you can see that
Quality.
his blood quality is 6,000 XP, but the more you unlock, the more you learn about your potential victims, the more blood XP you can get it. And you need to be also level 6 of mesmerizing power in order to be able to. And you can see that this guy is a very important NPC in his district, which we haven't gone to yet. We only, yeah, we are currently at the docks. But yeah, sure.
Perhaps.
So him you eat them last, right?
I'm not
That's the thing. There's 4 endings in this game.
You should let me
Very
know.
good, kind of bad, very bad. And I'm like simplifying it, right?
I will
And the
find
annoying thing is that
How
on
will you know when you have
paper,
an eye?
like the game is designed in a way that sure should react to your role-playing decisions, but I thought I was aiming for the kind of good ending, the second ending, and then unfortunately, apparently, how the game calculated is that I fed on one too many NPCs, and I had the third ending, the kind of bad ending.
Oh, so it's not a. They don't pull a Mass Effect 3. They
Not
really
entirely.
their actions.
That's the problem. In my personal opinion, like this game doesn't reach its full potential because there's a lot of promising ideas in here. The whole experience like is very recommendable if you're a fan of like dark fantasies and stuff like that.
If Swansea
But
isn't
unfortunately,
somebody else
yeah,
came here to
uh,
someone must know something.
it's
Does it
not
come down
perfect.
to final choice in the end?
To the bottom of
Like, do you get the same final choices regardless,
No,
or do you get
no.
different final choices depending on how you
Even
play?
if you do very moralistic choice, like for example, I tried to only kill the NPCs that I judged were problematic
Who are you to
to London.
decide that?
But I guess that's
Please.
what the game tried to tell me. Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
be judge and executioner. Okay, we have a little bit of detective, but I'm just gonna skip the dialogue. You guys get the point.
Yeah. Could you imagine if, like, you're so messed up that you got the good endings and bad endings flipped? What they meant as the good ending was for you the bad ending.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Or is it, when you say bad ending, you mean bad for the character, as in
Yeah, as in
makes
tragic.
you happy
Like
or
the
unhappy?
fourth ending, he is the game interprets that you did that knowingly, like you did evil on purpose. The third ending, you did evil not on
As it means
purpose.
to an end.
Exactly.
Okay. Which is still bad, then, okay, morally
Exactly. It's
speaking,
still bad.
some might say.
Exactly.
What
Doesn't
about the other one?
entirely excuse. The other ones, I'm not entirely sure because that's why I haven't touched this game in the past 3 years. Because I was so like, man, I don't want to replay the whole game just to do the ending I wanted. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would be interesting only if the game forced you to play a specific way you haven't played before, and that
Mm-hmm.
the story would also be different. You know,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a good, it's a good incentive to play the game. Like, you would meet characters that you otherwise wouldn't meet. You do quests that you otherwise wouldn't do. Where you can have several playthroughs instead of just one giant playthrough where you do all the quests. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
For sure.
I don't mind that type of structure to a game, like Neuro Automata, right? Does it like that, I believe.
Okay. Actually, that's the next game I'm gonna do a long series on. I think starting now, the month
Yeah.
of November, I'm gonna jump to Nier Automata and do that
Ooh,
long
okay.
series
Oh
because
damn!
I'm
On
gonna.
PC or
I reached
PlayStation?
a cool point on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom where I can pause it for now,
Oh,
and
that
then
you said.
yeah, after 170 hours without doing the main quest, I need a bit of a break as well.
Oh,
But I've reached the point where I did all the side things I wanted to do, and now I have nothing else left to do besides the main quest. So I'm gonna leave that for Christmas time probably. Okay, they saw me. I'm just gonna check where is the equipment. Okay, so yeah, you can equip stuff. How much ammo does this have? Okay, let's start with the pistol. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do.
Steady, boys. He's done. We've got one of them here.
Oh, there's someone behind.
Easy does it, boys.
Where is he?
He's
There he
dead.
is. Okay.
that's a resilient guy. How many times do you have to shoot him?
Oh, he has like next to his reticule, his health bar, the little Amy thing right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each enemy has resistance to certain type of damage. Some will be
Oh, okay.
resistant
So it's going
to
a bit.
firearms. Some will be resistant to shadow abilities. Some will be resistant to blood
Okay.
abilities. Some will be resistant to bludgeoning or slicing, not slicing, slashing, whatever they call it in this game. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave some of these guys. I don't need to kill everyone and explore everything. That's not the purpose of this playthrough. Okay, we're almost done with this part. Okay, this is important to pick up. Sometimes you'll miss out on very useful items. This scythe is actually very useful.
Is it a tool or a weapon?
A weapon, though. So some
Oh, okay.
weapons will require both hands to use it. So you see, it has now replaced my gun. So maybe what I do here instead is get the gun over here. Okay. So now every time I switch to the other weapon, you can see on the weapon slots
Yeah.
machete gun and now just the big weapon. The advantage of the big weapon is that they have other functionalities. This one, I believe, has some stun capabilities, so it's going to be useful against this boss. Alright. Can I aim? Alright, we're good. Oh, I messed up. But we're all good. Okay.
What made you buy the game? What
What made
convinced you?
I buy the game? Um, the whole Vampire RPG experience. I think there's very few RPGs and games that are able to deliver like a satisfying vampire fantasy. And
So
in
it seemed
this,
original before playing it, right?
yeah, it seemed like what's the word I'm looking for? Not decent. Yeah, not capable. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I missed it.
I don't know. Adequate.
Adequate. Something along those lines. Shoot more synonyms.
Satisfying.
See if I
Entertaining.
entertaining. Okay.
Healing.
Pew.
How much did you pay for it? $20?
Actually, I
euros?
don't remember, but yeah, around that. All right. Hint failed, yeah, because we didn't clear all the dialogue before getting here. But yeah, so there's some context you might miss out on if you don't talk with all the NPCs and stuff like that.
Are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir,
Oops.
listen to the sound of my voice. I am.
Should I skip some of the cutscenes, or are you guys enjoying it?
I must return to my flock.
He's like,
Away without
I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock. He says after he freaking. Wasn't that the point of what you were doing?
Oh, that's another guy. We fought
Oh,
another fight, and now
You truly are a newborn.
we are meeting a very important cast member of the story as well.
Are you like me? Can you help?
Benedicta.
I believe, sir, I already
Yeah,
Cumberbatch?
she is what they refer as an Acon, and the Vampire Society distinguish the civilized vampires with the bestial vampires between Acons and Skulls, and then there is much more mythology and lore to be explored from that. That is kind of referenced in that Omen thing we saw with the opening cinematic. That only makes sense much later. But yeah.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
He's taken by the thirst. He needs these potatoes, bro. He needs all the potatoes.
Please, I almost tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Go with
Feathers,
Dr.
Precious?
Swansea. He's resourceful and I'm sure he'll
Taters
take good care of
precious.
you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just
I love that British tone there.
learn
You'd
something
better
about
come
Dr.
too.
William.
You need a place to rest.
Closer to understanding what
So
happened.
nasally, so
Yeah.
like, oh,
If
Here's the way the
you
people
yeah.
spoke at the time.
enjoy
Yeah.
British accents, especially like the different Londoner type of talk, this game is very, very enjoyable.
I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Yes, surely you should. Absolutely.
Okay, I don't know if I can skip this part or not. I'm gonna be skipping a little bit. I don't know. We're on one of those. Okay.
I do say, dear chap, are you trying to skip the dialogue? Are you trying to
Ah,
skip the scene, dear chap?
Where are we headed?
We're on our
I
way
was
to
trying
Pembroke
to, because I wanted for us to finish this stream on the hospital already, but I guess we're almost getting there.
What manner of creature was he?
Predator,
Going to the
prey,
hospital now?
pawn, and victim.
Yeah, so this NPC on our right, he is the director of Pembroke Hospital, and this is the scene where he like, okay, I can see you are a vampire, but you are one of the good ones. Maybe we can help each other. I will give you a position as a blood transfusion doctor in my hospital, and you will have your own office, and that's you can use that office to make like different craftings, but also like research. Um, and it's basically a home base, the hospital.
Pembroke
Um,
Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service
So
of
the
the
hospital is
mysterious order, the Brotherhood.
where you
Professor
go
Paul Stowe. Yes.
between
First and
missions.
foremost, our
Pretty
doctor,
much,
Between
the
assignments.
hospital is
Or
basically a home base. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
you go there every half hour, every hour and a half.
For sure, for sure, for
If the
sure.
game auto save, or
And
I
you
mean,
can have different hideouts in the different districts of London as well, but your main hideout will be the Pembroke Hospital. Yeah, yeah.
mm.
when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was
How often does it auto save?
Every time you do some sort of action, like you use a consumable item, so if you are shooting your gun, it is auto-saving, for example.
If you
uh,
shoot, it auto saves. Are you kidding me?
maybe at the end of combat, when you're
At
not
the
in
end
the
of
middle of
combat. Okay.
combat. I'm not entirely sure on that, but when you choose dialogue options, when you change areas and stuff like that.
When myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
I don't know if I can skip this. No, I cannot skip this.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post.
The guy's a freaking moron. I mean, he just met this vampire, and he goes, "Hey, you wanna come work
Well,
for me?"
you
At
remember
a
you saw the other
hospital?
vampire lady. He works with the other vampire lady. That's why he
Yeah,
is
yeah, I know.
somewhat
It's just
trusting of sentient
an
vampires.
interesting.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
He's
funny.
he comes across as naive a little bit on the surface, but yeah, I think all NPCs, all characters here are very well rounded, with
Swansea,
multiple layers.
do you mean it in the way that it's like someone offering an alcoholic a job at a brewery?
Yeah.
In
Like
that
that, yeah.
sense, yes, for sure.
Exactly.
If you go the evil route, yeah, 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 and you can feed on all the nurses and doctors and patients at the hospital, yeah, that makes for a very villainous playthrough.
It's not villainous. I mean, guy gave you a job.
Mm-hmm. Is the Pembroke Hospital. How long are we? It's 54.
About an hour, no?
Yep. So
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness.
5 more minutes max, and we
Worry
can
no more, Nurse Crane.
call it.
For I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse
I
Scout
skip
said he
this?
couldn't take it anymore and
Cannot
resigned.
skip this.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rotor in the morning. In the meantime, find a
But in it, if you get a corrupt save file, you're screwed because you can't save manually, can you?
Yeah, I haven't had that situation, but in the off chance that you get a corrupt file save, that is very problematic.
Very lucky to have
I
gained a
imagine
surgeon
so.
of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
Corrupt save files are not really a common thing anymore.
Hmm.
Uh,
Unless you're
Yeah.
playing a
Really?
Bethesda game, but yes.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have.
on some games they are.
We haven't
I mean, for me,
thanks to no
corrupt
one
save files are a thing from memory cards, not so much from games nowadays.
Your assistant
I
True.
had some on
doctor wants
PC
you
and on
immediately.
Xbox as well.
Yeah, I had a corrupt save during my Skyrim playthrough on.
Yeah, but
On PC.
Lawrence, you have like 1,500 hours on that shit.
Yeah,
It was bound to happen.
for sure.
It's my turn.
Oh, ow. Stab. Stab.
Yeah, the knife game in London has history.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when the game introduces to you the mechanic that you can feed on NPCs.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't know?
Don't let it go to waste.
Stop you staring at me.
And that's the thing.
You are.
You can always choose to
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way
to feed on your victim later. Do almost as if you're trying to season the meat before you cook it. You can try to understand more about their lives and as you gain more knowledge about an NPC, you'll gain more blood XP if you feed on the NPC in question.
I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Yeah, this guy is a fucking asshole. I killed him in my playthrough, but on a much later stage. Yeah, so the way it works is you use your mesmerizing powers. This guy is very weak-minded, so the Jedi mind trick works very nicely. And you go to a spot where you can feed on this NPC. And you can choose to embrace or release. So by embracing, you'll feed on the guy.
Blood.
By releasing, you'll go.
Blood.
I always release because I want to increase the thing, but just for the fuck of it, for this playthrough, we're gonna
Blood.
increase.
Drink
So
blood. Drink blood. Drink blood.
exactly. Drink
Drink
blood.
blood.
Drink blood.
Drink blood.
Pretty much.
Bastard. Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
So this district will soon suffer the consequences of that. So he was one of the pillar NPCs, I believe, for his district, for the docks. Or was he... maybe... Oh no, because at this point...
He's not important yet.
Yeah, he was not important yet. Yeah, I killed him basically very early. But as you can see, the health status of the Pembroke Hospital, it's theoretically healthy right now.
Theoretically.
But yeah, things can go out of hand very quickly if you
So
decide
you're trying to
embrace
maintain the
dark
peace
side.
by selecting who to bite.
Either that, or you go the doctor route, because your main character is a doctor, and you can concoct, I think it's a dozen type of medicinal supplies that you can craft in your office. And when you talk to the NPCs,
Where have you been? I've little time to play hide and
you
seek.
can
Staff
also
rests
check
no
up
matter
on
how
their
far they may be.
health and stuff like that.
I apologize.
You delivered
Yeah, I'm
your
just gonna
promise.
skip the
Damn.
dialogue because it's not important for this showcase. Find your office on the second floor. That's what we're gonna do.
Is right. This place
And yeah, you like okay. another loading thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with your vampire senses, you can pretty much see all the NPCs around, like blood quality and stuff like that. If you take the time to get to know all the cast and stuff.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
And this shall be your office.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Prying eyes, yeah.
A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Ha ha ha.
You funny man!
You funny man. So yeah,
This fucking
when you
guy.
analyze stuff, you can create new serums. You can also create treatments like for fatigue, for anemia, sepsis. There's also pneumonia, bronchitis, common cold, headache, migraine, and whatever. Yeah, it's fun. It's
I diagnosed you with the
Blood is much more
whatever.
than human blood and shows
yes.
mutation. But this
I have diagnosed you with stupidity.
I must keep on.
Please refrain from overpopulating the earth.
Is about to rise. I can feel it.
Blood
I'll
absorption.
continue tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night
So
will
much
be entertaining.
And coagulation is a nice one. We like coagulation. It's a good.
We like to coagulate.
And this is very nice. Spraying. You can just from any distance. Oh, I guess 2 meters. But I think you can also increase the distance. Oh
Is
no,
that
that's
like
the area.
Is that like Blink?
That's pretty much like Blink. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. Love.
Everybody likes Blink.
Confirm.
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight.
So yeah, the health status changes depending on your actions and stuff like that. It's nice.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the Moors. What about my thirst for blood?
You're in a fucking hospital, mate. Your thirst for blood.
His eyes change as well after feeding on the NPC. You can see that though. It's pretty red.
Pretty high. Pretty high right now.
Pretty high,
Shit, right.
high on blood, I guess.
Go to sleep, bro.
Go to sleep, yeah.
Too much woe.
Go schlaf.
Too much woe. Too much Baldur's Gate 3, bro. Let it go.
Some bludgeoning. And oh, we got some cool weapons and shit. But yes, this is the game. I don't think there's much more I can show you besides I've already shown.
Nice.
This beginning is very like bare bones, but it gets a lot more interesting as you explore all the different boroughs of London and all the mysteries, the tragedies and dramatic instances of the narrative. Yeah.
I write sins, not tragedies.
I only recommend this game if you are really looking for a very good vampire fantasy, or if you have like a big penchant for weird RPGs with interesting mechanics and have some sort of high tolerance for technical shortcomings.
Nice.
Ah.
Good to know. Alright.
Super.
Return to the menu.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Very entertaining.
And erase this. I guess closing off the session. No, maybe not. I was thinking I could maybe show the one of the bad endings, but we can just stop here without spoiling the rest of the game. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I don't know if this was entertaining or not. I did a lot of that.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
to anyone watching, hope you're having a good one, and yeah, see you next time.
Happy Halloween! Happy Samhain! See you!